from Creative Treats, and I am back for another Boxes with Brenda episode. It's a pleasure to have you here with me today, and these boxes are sized quite large. They are what I am calling my socks boxes, and what I do is I create these boxes to hold socks that I am donating to the Deborah Dines Family House, and they will be distributing these to children in their community. I'm making 100 boxes and I'm putting socks in them and hot chocolate and some Christmas candies and things like that. I'm just going to change the view of the screen here, and you can maybe see a few pictures here from the ones that we gave last year. I think we did about 120 last year. We're doing 100 this year. These were all kinds of socks that were donated by the community. And these items here, the socks and the mittens and the candies and everything, I had put together with donations from the Creative Treats community. And these here, I think I said they were socks, but they were actually hats, scarves, and mittens donated by the community. So the socks went in here with the treats, and then these went in another bag along with the hat, scarves, and mitts. And we're doing that again this year. So I'm going to be showing you how to put this together because I'm going to be having some friends help me, and I wanted to demonstrate how these go together. As I said, they are made from two, here, I'm going to change this over to my work surface view, oops, so that you can see what's going on. So when you go to put these together, and I will have a different longer video on how to make this totally from scratch as well in the Creative Treats community Facebook group. But what I'm going to show you right now is just how to put it together if you have all the pieces, because I'm going to be getting the pieces ready and then some friends are going to be helping me assemble them. So these are going to get glued on here like that and that. And then these get glued in here on the top. So these big ones are the front of the box. These ones here form the sides of the box. And then these here form the top of the box like that. And then there's a little bit of extra paper that was left over from the 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I am using to make a little gift tag. And I don't know, maybe I'll decorate the fronts. I haven't quite figured out all the decorating. I want to get focused on making the boxes first. What we're going to do is you line them up with the tape side up. There's a tape here and a here, and we put that up first and we stick on the glue, the paper. I usually use glue about that much. I try not to run it too thick, the glue, because it doesn't need an excessive amount. But I just kind of run it back and forth. This one came out, it's a new glue stick or a tube of glue, so it's coming out a little bit more thickly than I usually do. So I just kind of go back and forth like that a little bit. You can see it there. Whoa, there we go. A little bit tricky figuring this out. And we'll put that there like that. And then after you have all of these glued on, all that is needed to be done is to fold all the score lines, and then we will peel up the protective tape off the two-sided paper here, or the protective paper off the two-sided tape, and we will put this one on top of that, and then we will fold it all over so that this one tucks under the one there that you can't see, but it's totally symmetrical. They're two of the exact same shapes. The other thing that I'm going to do is I will download or upload the PDF instructions for how to make these from scratch, all the cutting and scoring dimensions and how to cut the paper and everything into that Creative Treats community Facebook group, so you can join us over there. All right, I have this mostly folded over. Okay, as I said, we peel this one up here. If you're ever having problems peeling up the protective paper, you just push it down and usually it will come up. And then we're going to just line this up here like that. It's good to go. And then often what I do is I then put this like that so that this is folded up as well. And normally this should just fold over and should more or less, you might need to push it just a little bit, but it should more or less line up right in place. And then we're going to peel the paper up off the bottom. Like that, and I'll peel this one up here as well, and then we just have to fold them in. I fold those. Sometimes it's easier to fold the pieces on the top down a little bit. Put that like that because there's the tape, and then we have this like that. It's usually easiest to then turn it like that, put your hand in and force the glue to adhere. And then the other thing that I'm actually going to start doing with this extra little bit of paper that we don't need is I am going to cut it probably, yeah, size to go just all the way across here. Normally what I'll do is I'll figure out the measurement, which is actually 5 inches, and I'll trim it on the paper trimmer instead of just with scissors, but I'll do it roughly here like that. Oops, I need to trim it just a little bit more straighter. And then I'm going to put some glue on it, because what this will do is, because it can maybe get a little bit heavy with the contents, I ran into this. These are the boxes that I also made for the Father's Day socks boxes, and in those we actually had included some peanuts and some ginger beer or root beer, and those were pretty heavy. So I wanted to make sure that the bottom was quite secure. So if you use glue rather than just the tape, it will help give a bit of an extra element of strength to that box. And I'll just do the same here. And then I'm going to wrap up with this. As I say, I will have another video to show how to make this totally from scratch over at the Creative Treats Community Facebook group. So join us over there if you haven't already done so. And if you are interested in lending a helping hand, I will be having some times at my house now that COVID is sort of under control and so many of us have vaccines. So if you're vaccinated and want to come over one evening and help me assemble and fill these, I would love to have you. So just reach out to me and let me know. Or if you feel like getting some socks or hot chocolate or candy canes or something to put in, I would very much appreciate any donations that anyone would like to make towards the children at the Deborah Dines Family House community that they serve. And they're going to, as part of their outreach, deliver 100 of these boxes along with hat, scarves, and mitts. That's all for now. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.